Hello, welcome to another Ready Aim Roll video. Today we are taking a look at Cyborg. Yeah, if you are familiar with Mork Borg, then you will likely be familiar with this game in terms of the way it's played, because it's largely similar, except, mostly the setting is different. You've got guns and things like that, though I think in one of the supplement books you can add things like flintlocks and wheel lock pistols and things like that to Mork Borg as well. Anyway, Cyborg, it's great. Before we get into it, obviously, I'm going to do the usual thing, and say if you want more out of us, especially going into 2024, subscribe, and you'll get to see our videos in your subscription feed. Because we've got a lot to show you going forward. We've still got loads and loads of D&D and Starfinder to record and edit. And in 2024, I know, at least I personally want to be doing more in terms of actual play stuff and getting that out for people. So yeah, click the subscribe button. Really helps us out. Really, it's just nice to see people enjoying what we're making. So yeah, Cyborg as a book is quite substantially bigger and heavier than Mork Borg is. A lot of it is just a case of going a little bit more in depth on things like classes. The world itself is a lot more. There's a lot more to it. I think Mork Borg only had a few pages of background for the world, whereas this, it's still relatively light, so you can build on it in any way you want, but there's a lot more to each area. So yeah, as you open up the book, you've still got these really fun D66 and D12 tables, which I love. I've used this a couple times already. Not even for this game. I use this in Starfinder actually. So yeah, there's that. Obviously your credits, some really cool art, an introduction to the world of Cyborg and the city. That is just called the Psy. And just some nice art. Some more lore. Sort of a map of the city and a load of corporations. Obviously, being a cyberpunk set TTRPG, there's a lot of anti-corporate, fuck the system type things, which, I can get behind. And then we come into lore and background for each of the areas of the city, which again, it's all fair. It's in depth enough for the GM and the players to get an idea of what each area is, but also loose enough that you can build on it on your own should you want to, which I'm going to always enjoy that sort of thing. Here we come to, oh no, there's still one more page about the net. And then we come to miserable headlines, which is basically this version's words. It is Cyborg's sort of version of the miseries, I think they were called in Mork Borg, where every now and again you'll roll and get one of these things be an event in your game that you can can either just say they happened in the background, or you can tie them into the game if you wanted to. But after seven of these come up, on the seventh, the world basically just ends. That's the end of your campaign. As you can see, there are a lot more of them in Cyborg than there were in Mork Borg. So you get a real interesting list. So even if you can play multiple campaigns and sort of have different things happen, which I kind of like. Here we come to the game system itself. Again, it's very similar to Mork Borg in terms of character creation. I hate this page. I really hate this page. Purple on blue is just... it's not great. And unfortunately, there is no bare bones version of this. With Mork Borg, after a few years, I think it was, they brought out basically a plain text, what they called bare bones version of the game, where it was just the text with no images, no art assets, no design. It was just here's the book. Here's what it says. Because I love these games. I love what they do. I love the design of them. But every now and again, pages like this hurt my head, genuinely. First couple of times I read through Mork Borg, I genuinely had a migraine. They actually hurt to read. And pages like this with this sort of contrasting font and background colour do not help. We get the attributes rolling, which again is largely the same as Mork Borg. Then we come to classes. So I think this game has around the same number of classes as Mork Borg did in its book. So yeah, got things like Shun Nanomancer, Burned Hacker. So a lot of the sort of stuff you'd expect a cyberpunk game to have, with a sort of grim, dark twist. Discharged Corp Killer. I like this art as well, especially. But the class is also cool. I mean, they're all cool, but Orphaned Gearhead. Renegade Cyber Slasher, I think. Again, there's some bits of this book that I love the look of it, but I can't fucking read it. I want to say Forsaken Gangoon. Yeah. And then a whole style table, so you can sort of set out what your character's aesthetic is, because cyberpunk aesthetic is everything. Your wants, quirks, and current obsessions, which is I think really, really fun. Thing on weapons, naturally. The shattered femur returns. That's kind of iconic to Mork Borg. Armor, equipment. So a lot of standard RPG stuff. Oopsie. Then the prices for your weapons. Drugs, because obviously cyberpunk is going to be drugs. And then cybertech, which, sort of, cyberware in capital C cyberpunk. apps, which is sort of like your spells, I guess, in Mork Borg. So they do weird and wonderful things, and can backfire horribly. Backlashes, again, they can backfire horribly. Nano powers, something a little bit different. Infestations, sort of curses. Like I say, the art in this book is stunning. Like, I can't read half of it, but it is stunning. Coming on to combat, how combat works. Again, a lot of it's similar to Mork Borg. It's a D20 system, very much a bare bones D20 system at that. Then we come on to your foes, so your bestiary, which, yeah, includes drones. This page is cool. I feel like there's a lot more, what's the word? It feels like there are a lot more enemies in this game. And then we come on to a lot of the stuff that the GM would need. So, stuff for generating NPCs. And a mission generator. Just very useful. Yeah. Like all the stuff that you'd need to generate missions and locations and things for hacking. And then finally, much like with Mork Borg, you get a adventure. In this case, the Lucky Flight Takedown. So you're infiltrating a big sort of casino, which is really cool. I won't go too heavy on that one because, spoilers. And in the back, you have an index and a quick reference thing as well, which is very useful. Very much enjoy that. And the back cover, yeah. In brief, Cyborg's great. It's, if you like Mork Borg but you prefer sci-fi, like I do, like I love Mork Borg as a setting, as a game. It's incredible. But yeah, I'm much more a sci-fi cyberpunk fan. So in some ways, I prefer this. It's it's not too much more involved, but it is slightly. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. And much like Mork Borg, there is a skirmish game that is compatible with this called, I think it's Kill Sample Process, I think I want to say. Anyway, yeah. That's Cyborg. It's great. I think everyone should check it out. And obviously, being the internet, it's available as a PDF fairly easily. Much easier to get the PDF than it is getting hold of this, or any of the Scamish games, because they're hard to get hold of in the UK, even though I don't know about Kill Sample Process, but I think Forbidden Psalm is a UK-based, was written in the UK. I think they're Welsh. I can't remember, but I think they're Welsh, and it's just funny that it's kind of difficult to get hold of in the UK. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We're continuing our sort of Christmas advent calendar content, and we're actually getting somewhere. I expect this to go for a week and then peter off into nothingness, but it hasn't. It's It is the 11th. It's the 11th, and we're still going. I head home to see my family on the 14th, so I don't know what uploads will be like past that day. It might be a lot of shorts. It might be just shorts until Christmas, barring one day. But hopefully people still enjoy that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. See ya.